to the line, pops the pass. Here's a chance here for the Magpies. Tackles up the Warriors sleeve here. Good hands, good pick up there. Thompson, here's Doyle. Doyle, the zigging, zagging. Leotau's through. Leotau crosses. Alan Murray in there, with the help of Afara as well. They come down to the right-hand side. Thompson, charge down. Chases on here. Will he get the friendly bounce? Yes, he does. It's Guy with it. Now he puts the big fend on. Guy for the line, the flick out the back, and it's a try at the corner. Run. Couple short of halfway. Haywood out of dummy half quickly, pops the pass. It was never on. Went over the shoulders. Now the Warriors have it through Hansen. Here's Alafiana Khan Pereira. Look at him go. He's just going to run straight around the Magpies. Come around a little bit to improve the position. Centre field through the hands. Thompson linking up with Doyle. Doyle running to the line. Quick hands. Haysom Mellors for the corner. Lady was also there as Andrews has got a bit of room, puts the kick through, chases are coming through, batted back, it's still on here for the Magpies, so Herbert's with it, and we've got a try. That's hard. Good quick play of the ball though. Thompson again running to the line. Here they come again. Couple up their sleeve here, Western Suburbs. Down by 6. Long pass out there to Stefanovic, who finds Andrews, puts it on the toe, the chasers coming through. Get on the line. Jovan Andrews is in at dummy half. Here's Stefanovic, puts it on the tail. It's not a bad one in between the posts. Oh! Bring it back here for the Warriors. Doyle is in at dummy half. Jack got in the way, but the referee's allowed play on here. Quick hands. Mellors is in space again. Mellors has got support in the inside here. They're going to get back into it here, the Warriors. 6 away. TOT in a dummy half. Thought about the little run. Comes to Thompson. Here's Hansen again. This time.
So a win there for the Warriors. Luke Hansen knocking over a go-ahead field goal in the dying stages to give the Warriors their second win of the season. 2 out of 3 to start the year at Go Media Stadium against the Western Suburbs side that were tenacious, and I have to admit, bloody unlucky not to walk away with the victory. I thought they were very impressive, particularly in that second half fight back, scoring 3 tries in 15 minutes to give the Warriors one hell of a fight. Now 3-2-1 points courtesy of the short ball. Bishop Neal picking up 3 points, Hayden Mellors 2, and Javon Andrews picking up 1. Let's take a look at Bishop's performance now. He had a double in 57 minutes off the pine, a line break and a line break assist, 4 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 11 runs, 118 metres for this phenom. He does need to tidy up in D though. I was speaking with a couple of people after the game. A lot of tries came down that narrow corridor, 18 tackles, 5 missed. Next up, Hayden Mellors, a try for him once again. That's now 7 in the opening 4 for Hayden Mellors this season. He had 12 runs, 220 metres, 3 line breaks, 4 tackle breaks, and a try assist. An absolute speed demon down the right flank for the Wars. And an Ali Leotau was controversially taken down the New South Wales Cup. And of course, the reshuffle going on that saw Dane Torpicki coming to the NRL squad. So with Ali, he had a try, 12 runs, 115 metres, a line break assist, 8 tackle breaks. Did have a bit of a mare in defence though, with 10 tackles and then 4 misses there. Moving on to Western Suburbs, Javon Andrews is where I want to focus next. He had a try, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, 5 tackle breaks and an offload, 16 tackles, did have 4 misses in the halves as he continues the adjustment to open age football. Next up, Charlie Murray, 71 minutes in the middle third for him. He had 14 runs to 148 metres, which was a team high, a line break assist, 31 tackles as well, with just 3 misses, while Baka Aho, very impressive off the pine, 40 minutes for him, 11 runs, 120 metres, a line break and an offload, 27 tackles with just the 1 miss and the 1 ineffective. Well, next up we're going to Wentworth Park where Manly are hosting the Roosters. Both sides looking to bounce back after their last start loss.
Walsh back into the ruck and Walsh right through the ruck and Walsh right through the Roosters. Look where they are on last. Foley, Rodwell running and drifting, hitting short to Barton who flung it back to Foley. Oh, that's lovely football. Panthers winning that one on the bell in the flag. Now Rodwell snapped across for Foley, flung on then by Ramsey, run to the line for Pauga. They're coming for him. They're coming for him. They're not going to get him. Just across the 40. Rodwell to the air. Rodwell's chasing. That's Tom chasing Toby's kick. The ball comes down. It's a Roosters ball, and it's going to be a Roosters try. Now Walsh gave it short. Question over the pass. Referee's okay with it. Summer is under the posts. Wells there and Barton surging. not far away. They're probing, and Uelu's striking. Uelu fizzed out to Foley. Hands were really good. Talau and Pauga, he'll get there. Uelu again, and Foley and Rodwell drifting and finding Ramsey. Training ground move, training ground result. Tom Rodwell is over. Hand in the air, they go again. Now Lasalu straight and hard. He'll just crash through them. Don't worry about all this mucking about. Foley launches it for Ramsey to chase. Ramsey's right there, but Metcalf's underneath it, and then the Roosters are underneath him. The ball is on the ground. The Roosters have forced it. It will be Alexander to feed. And then Walsh to skip, and Walsh to go past one, and nearly another, and then spin and go again.
So the Roosters picking up a 44-18 victory over Manly. A very dominant performance, especially in the second half. But Uelu crossing that critical try in the 52nd minute. It sparked a Roosters onslaught, which Manly just couldn't arrest, no matter how hard they tried in the second half. Our 3-2-1 points, Junior Pauga, Cody Ramsey, and Joey Walsh picking up the 3-2 and the 1. A lot of talk about Joey Walsh in this one, so let's just get straight into it. Cut to the chase. Everyone wants to know how Joey Walsh did. A lot of people are saying he's not quite ready yet, but when you look at his running game and you look at the way he can create, I can understand at times because there was a couple of loose passes here and there, but he's a young kid adjusting to open age rugby league. So I think those excuses can be car-boshed a little bit, but again, Manly do not have the pack to carry Joey Walsh around the football field at the moment, so I can understand that sentiment, but with the ball in hand, he was absolutely electric. Backed himself, ran the football, 12 runs, 125 metres for him, 2 line breaks, 6 tackle breaks, a try assist, 2 line break assists, a forced dropout, a couple offloads in there as well, 10 tackles, 2 missed, 2 ineffective, so I thought he was pretty solid in contact. Next up, Zach Docker-Clay might get a look in with Kieran Ford as the interim coach this week. I do not know why, for the life of me, Manly sign a bloke to play as a utility and then don't use him and go for people like Brandon Wakeham. Like, Docker-Clay was serviceable for a very good Roosters side last year. Get him into your NRL squad and just get some experience around the field. It absolutely boggles me. Regardless, he had the full 80, 7 runs to 55 metres. I thought he was pretty solid in a defence. He made 40 tackles, had some good reads. He had 5 misses, 3 ineffective, 2 tackle busts and an offload. Then we go to Tom Summer, 36 minutes off the bench for the former Warrior, and then Parramatta SG ball player. A try and a line break. He ran a great line for that ball from Joey Walsh. 7 runs to 87 metres, 27 tackles with just the 1 miss. On to the Roosters, Taylor Lasalu picked up a try in 47 minutes, 10 runs, 110 metres, a line break, 3 tackle busts, 17 tackles, no misses. We talked about the defence last week. Very much improved there from the big concreter himself. Next up, I want to go to Junior Pauga. Now, a lot of people said that he was dropped. Absolute BS right there. He was only demoted because Billy Smith came back into the squad after his e-bike nightmare a couple of weeks ago. Regardless, he had a double, Junior Pauga, 19 runs, 248 metres, 20 tackle breaks. No typo, he had 20 of them. I made sure I rewatched all of his tackle busts again. Tremendous performance from him. 2 line breaks and 2 offloads. And then Cody Ramsey is the embodiment of consistency at the back. 16 runs, 129 metres, a try assist, a line break assist, a big tackle turnover to force the Blake Steep try, 5 tackle breaks, and was ultra effective. Well, next up, we're going to Belmore Sports Ground for the clash between Canterbury and Newcastle in a match that had a lot of eyeballs.
Cochrane skipping across field, now puts it on the toe. The kick happy here, the Dogs. Aoki tries to claim it, can't reel it in successfully. Cochrane on the spot, a slips catch, and he goes in for 4 points. Any questions at the Dogs here? Hunter, short pass, finds a beautiful ball. It eventually hits the right mark. Matthew Hunter wrapped up 20 away from the 9th line. Chan Kum Tong now for Tauper, chipping over the top, lovely weight on it, needs a bounce and finds it. It's the Frenchman, Louis Grossamy. Chan Kum Tong. Now Tauper, Conti, good shape, finds a lovely pass. This time it is Grossamy, and that one is beautiful for the Frenchman. Fast play the ball though from Underhill. Now Conti on the last, another great set off the back of points. Aoki under pressure, gets above them, spills it backwards, scooped up here for the Dogs, and they've got another try, this time for a Cooper Toy. For the stroke of half-time. Henderson chipping to a corner, looking for Schiller. Schiller can't get to it, played it there by the Dogs, set restart now for the Knights. And Schiller will bump off one. Still going here. Finds an offload. Graham, then for Hunter, who hits the gap and scores. The Knights building here. Davis, short pass, now looking for the crash play. They get over the line, but Dogs are there in numbers. Not in time, though. Didn't pull the trigger, though. Taupo was pushing through. Now he hops in at acting half. Set upon very quickly. Play on now for the Dogs, and they'll get all the way to the try line. Well, that was bizarre. Can they get another one on the board here, the Knights? Henderson will kick to a corner. This time looking for Schiller. Schiller in a battle. Got above them. What a take from Schiller. Now O'Donnell puts it on the toe. Mayu storming through. Got there first. Beat Peter Holler, who was quick with the intercept, but not quick enough to turn around. Well, that should have been a penalty.
I think you're right. He found ground.
Oh, here they go, though, through Manu Leilua, right up Main Street, and now has some wheels as well. The Knights are still alive in the contest.
It was a win there for the Bulldogs, picking up a 32-28 verdict there. The 3-2-1 voting, I should say, courtesy of the short ball. Joseph Taupo picking up 3, Francis Manu Leilua picking up 2, and then we also had Jack Underhill scoring a point in this one. But I want to start off talking here with the Bulldogs about Bronson Xerri, because whilst he was very, very good last week, this one I thought he was very underwhelming. Struggled to get into the contest, had I think like 7 or 8 runs. Defensively was a bit hit and miss. Just really did not get into the game. And that happens in this grade from time to time. But one to keep an eye on in this Good Friday fixture where he will be playing in the curtain raiser. But anyway, on to the players that did play well. Joseph Taupo, he had a try, a line break, 5 tackle breaks, a try assist, 11 runs, 100 metres, 20 tackles with just 2 misses. Next up, Louis Grossamy. He had a try, 18 runs, 140 metres, a line break, a try assist for him as well. A team high 30 tackles with just 5 missed, 2 ineffective. Thought he was a very good mover, laterally in defence as well. Very, very important to point out. Then we go to Jack Underhill. In 61 minutes, he had 14 runs for 109 metres, 2 offloads and a tackle bust, 26 tackles with 1 miss, 1 ineffective. Also important to note, Fino Latu came back from injury, played about 26 minutes. He had some good carries, was good in defence, but again, just needs the cup time over the next couple of weeks to build into his time at Belmore. For the Knights, again, we talk about Francis Manu Leilua. Now, this bloke is insanity. A double in 80 minutes, 11 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks and an offload, 17 tackles, 3 misses. He'll be looking to build off his 1 NRL appearance so far. Then we go to Matt Hunter. Now, this is a bloke that came from Parramatta and has been very, very consistent in his time at the club. He had a try, 8 runs to 71 metres, a line break assist, and a try assist. 6 tackle breaks running the ball as well, 14 tackles without a miss. That was sort of his problem last year. We touched on his contact work a little bit, but much better to see that improved. And then we go to Marcus Dacre. He picked up a try, 11 runs, 101 metres, a line break assist, 2 tackle breaks, 11 tackles with just the 1 miss for the Vegas Combine winner of a couple of years ago. Well, next up we're going to Mick Cronin Oval in Gerringong for the clash between the undefeated sides, St George Illawarra Dragons and the North Sydney Bears.
And a little sleight of hand and the Bears down the short side. Red feet with a roll on in this set. Reed linking up with Quinn, a nice cut out pass to Farley, has Fine lining up inside. Too much strength. Decides to hold it this time. They go from right to left and left to right. And they prise open this Dragons defence again. 2 metres out. Cook on. And he finds Thomas. A ball and all tackle. Finau a dummy half. Quinn. Oh, and then it's Cade Reed to Stanley Trail. Oh, all class from the Dragons, number 7 to the 20. Cook, he's off. And then Steadman, a flick pass. Oh, and Toby fires through the gap. What a start to the second half for the Bears, who tries to accelerate through. No markers here. A chance. Reed finds Stanley Trail like he did in the first half from dummy half. He earns his side 6 more. The Dragons found offside. Steadman. The Bears looking to put it to bed. Wilson to Toby. And then it's out to Tuialapa.
Bears. And a very, very good performance for the North Sydney Bears, winning by 32 points to 18 in what was a sombre and sad week for the club following the shock passing of Noah Johannssen. They did it for Noah out there in a very impressive team performance, absolutely punishing the inexperienced Dragon side out there in Gerringong. Our 3-2-1 voting for this game, Jake Toby picking up the maximum points, Cade Reid picking up 2 points, we'll talk about him in a moment, and Kobe Thomas as well, snagging a point. For the Dragons, let's kick off with the talking point, Cade Reid. Now, obviously, Kyle Flanagan copping that brutal knockout on the Gold Coast this weekend. A lot to talk about. His name's been thrown into the ring. The Dragons are in a position now with Shane Flanagan's job seemingly on the line. You got a free hit at the stumps this weekend against the Cowboys at home. Just go for broke, get it done. Give K. Reid a starting debut because he was outstanding. He had a 40-20, a forced dropout, 2 try assists, 2 line breaks, 2 line break assists, 3 tackle breaks, 12 runs, 124 metres. Defensively made some very good reads, and he did miss 4 tackles out there, but I thought defensively he was pretty sound. Ryan Hutchison next, he had 53 minutes at lock, 14 runs, 126 metres, 67 post-contact metres, 3 tackle breaks and an offload, 28 tackles with 2 missed and 3 ineffective. Next up, David Vale. He had 13 runs, 142 metres, a line break, 5 tackle breaks, a line break assist and a try assist, 3 offloads with 91% tackle efficiency, and I think that surely we give this bloke a run. He's good in yardage, could get the Dragons upfield, and he has a bit of creativity and spark about him as well. Next up for the Bears, Jake Toby. Now, he was missing a couple of weeks ago in the win over Western Suburbs, came back and was the best player on the field by a country mile. He had a try, 23 runs, 234 metres, a game high for him, 2 line breaks, 16 tackle breaks in this game. He also had an offload in an incredible effort. Aviar Fatoi Tuilaper is up next. He had a try, 9 tackle breaks for him, 3 offloads and a strong performance out wide from the versatile outside back, throwing a line break and just a cool 20 runs for 178 metres. Then for the Bears, their lock forward, their heart and soul, Kobe Thomas. He had a try, a line break, a tackle buster boot as well, 9 runs to 73 metres, 24 tackles with 1 miss and 5 ineffective. Well, next up on the lower grade wrap, we are going to the Battle of the West for the clash between the Eels and the Panthers.
Quick from Talatana, quick to Tweedle. Tweedle will go across. Scott is dummy half. Hoiks it out to Falls. Will he run or kick? He'll hoik it then for Cole. They're in again. They've had some joy with Patrick Moy so far this season. Who ended up with it. Hand in the air for last. Falls. Propping, running himself, seeing some space, going all the way. Halfway ahead of him. Last tackle ahead of Parramatta. Volkman's going to run it, and then he throws the dummy, and then he finds some space. Ronald Volkman, he's got Tweedle back inside, and Tweedle's got 2. Guymer's there again, but it goes to Volkman instead. Hoiked for Talatana, who dummied, and then bounced off, and then strolled through. The centre and now Falls. Gives it a hoof. Tweedle calls for it. He's got Clark there with him. Clark forced the ball out. They will run away with Cole. Luke now. And Guymer. Shifted to Volkman, who drifts and finds Tweedle. Tweedle finds space. He finds a first half hat-trick. Last tackle. Scott. Crosby and Falls, Edgar now, they've stripped them here, McLean for the corner, McLean through Tweedle, quickly to his feet, not as quick as he'd like, Scott on her own, reverse pass to Clark, hoiked out the back, still there for Penrith, a little kick on it as well, Kalani going, found a kick, and now Tweedle finds some space, he finds fresh Parramatta air. He can run away. The chase is on. The chase is in vain.
Wow. What a game of football between these two sides there at CommBank Stadium. They played this after the NRL game, but my word, it was a very impressive display. Penrith battling for the last 15 minutes down to 12 men due to the sending off of Josh Ruxton for a high tackle that left Jake Tungo feeling very sick and sorry. But it was a very good game of football to watch. Both sides couldn't be split in round 4 of the New South Wales Cup. Our 3-2-1 voting, courtesy of the short ball. 3 points went to Arpa Twaddle, 2 to Zalcordia Clark, and 1 to Ronald Volkman. Let's get underway with our stats deep dive now. And Zalcordia Clark had 5 of 5 with the boot, 7 runs to 58 metres, 2 offloads, 2 tackle breaks. His scramble in defence was the key part that the short ball mentioned to me this week. He said his work rate, his scramble was very, very impressive. And from what I saw on tape, I can absolutely attune to that. A very sound performance from him. It's 26 tackles, no miss, 1 and effective. Next up, Kurt Falls. He had a try in this one, 7 runs to 69 metres, a line break, 6 tackle breaks and a try assist. Very sound performance from the former Panther. Of course, had some stints with Wynnum Manly and also Western Suburbs in the previous couple of seasons. He had 16 tackles and 4 misses. Next up, we go to Jesse McLean. Now, he has to have been given a wake-up call because last year he was very slow moving at times in this age group. He went down to Jersey Flegg on occasions, as we spoke about on last week's program. This one, he's been absolutely amazing to start the year. A try, 20 runs, 187 metres, 2 line breaks and 5 tackle breaks. If I'm a club looking at the Perth Bears, I would be getting on the blower very, very quickly. Next up, Arpa Twaddle. He had 4 tries and a personal tally of 22 points, 13 runs, 225 metres, 4 line breaks, 7 tackle breaks, and a line break assist as well. 54% tackle efficiency is the only knock in an otherwise 10 out of 10 performance. Next up, Muhammad Alamuddin. He had 15 runs for 138 metres, a line break, 3 tackle breaks, and an offload. It's good to see him back flying down the wing after a tough campaign last season. And then Ronald Volkman, 2 try assists, a line break, 2 line break assists. He also had 4 tackle breaks, an offload, a forced dropout, 13 runs, 116 metres in a very impressive display in the half, stepping up in the absence of Lorenzo Talatena in the second half, who went off with a head knock. It was very, very impressive from Mr. Volkman in his first game back from injury as well. Next up, we're going to GIO Stadium in the capital where the Canberra Raiders play host to Newtown.
Today, Beryl goes across to the left. Into the hands of Ford. Ford, he finds Gabriel, and Gabriel will find the line down. Beryl comes for Pollard. Herote. Now Jones. And Jones, he just bounced out of the tackle of Anderson. Last tackle, Beryl picks up, puts the little kick through, and it'll be play on, and Beryl will say thanks very much. It's Brad Fernley. Now, Pollard links up again with Ford. Herote slices through like knife going through butter to the half-time break. Afamasanga thought about the kick. Finds Alea. Alea now puts boot to ball, and he's going to win the race, Alea. Outstanding work.
But the Jets, they're pressing.
Spinning out of the tackle for Attili. For Attili says, I'll do it on my own. To his feet. Now, Alea. Afamasanga, they link up nicely. Stewart floating around. 2 elite. He deserves a try and gets one. Tapua and McCulloch involved in the tackle. Clydesdale, a dummy half. Stewart. Tomoko just walked through the hole. Lovely work. Nice work there, Chevy Stewart. Beryl. Tapua looks up, got the hands free. Now hitting the line is Taj Ford. And Taj Ford. Sam. Last tackle, Paddy. Uta! And the Raiders do score. It was a quick play, the ball. Sanger. Wide for Tomoko. 6 to go is the call. A repeat set. He just pops the pass out the back. Stewart, standing start, stays low and scores.
So Newtown claiming yet their second win on the season, rebounding after a disappointing performance down in Melbourne against the Storm. Canberra was strong in the second half, but their first half performance left a lot to be desired. And let's take a look at some of their key performers now. I want to start Matt Timoko here for a second, because he was absolutely electric. And I thought that in the second half, when they had the momentum, he was everywhere. But the first half, he went missing badly. He had a try, a line break, 19 runs, 175 metres, 5 tackle breaks, 5 offloads, a line break assist, and a try assist to boot as well. Chevy Stewart picked up our 1 point in this game. He had a try, 13 runs, 117 metres, a line break, 3 line break assists and 2 try assists, 7 tackle breaks, 2 offloads. I thought he was the best raider on the field. And then Owen Paddy got through the full 80 minutes, yet another 40-20. This bloke attracts 40-20s like metal to magnets. That is absolutely amazing from Owen Paddy once again. He had a try assist, a line break assist, 52 tackles, a team high, 3 missed and 2 ineffective as well. Owen Paddy for the NRL squad, you're hearing it more and more. For Newtown, Moreni Hiroti came back and starred, picking up our 3 points in this one. A try and 14 individual points, 18 runs, 194 metres, a line break assist and a try assist. He also had 9 tackle breaks, 6 tackles and 1 miss. Now we go to Taj Ford in the halves. He picked up our 2 points. He had a try, 5 runs to 76 metres. He had a line break, a forced dropout. Ford was very, very good and effective in defence. 19 tackles. Did miss 2 of them, had 3 ineffective, which led to those offloads at times for Canberra. But they were battling to get into the game, so they can be excused a little bit. Also a line break assist and a try assist. Some of his passing selection was very, very good. Next up, Felix Fa'atili. He had 26 minutes off the bench, a try and a line break, 7 tackle breaks and an offload, 8 runs for 64 metres. Talk about impact. 11 tackles, 2 missed and 1 ineffective. Well, let's look at the ladder at the completion of round 4 of the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup, and it's the Newcastle Knights continuing to lead the way. Inside the top 5, the Roosters, the Dragons, the Bears and the Jets. Just outside the 5-on percentages are the Bulldogs, then after that the Panthers and the Eels, followed by the Wars, Storm, Manly and South Sydney. Western Suburbs in there as well, while Canberra are yet to taste victory. Looking at our Player of the Year award, and we have some moving and shaking. Arpa Twaddle moves to the outright lead on 6 votes. Then it's Cade Reid, Francis Manu-Leilua, Jack Cleary on 5 points, while Jake Toby's strong performance gives him the 3 points. Looking at our team of the week this week, Arpa Twaddle is at fullback, Junior Pauga and Hazen Mellors on the wings, Matt Timoko and Kalis Paul Potoko in the centres, Joseph Taupa and Cade Reid in the halves. The forwards, Taylor Lasalu and Jack Underhill. Owen Paddy is our hooker, Bishop Neal and Zolkuri Clark in the back row with Francis Manu-Leilua locking the scrum. The bench are Moreni Hiroti, Felix Fa'atili, Blake Steep and Jake Toby with Joey Walsh, the 18th man. Looking at our player of the round this week, and it is once again Junior Pauga picking up the player of the round award. He had a double at his preferred position. I thought it was a very handy rebound, as we mentioned, after a tough start in the NRL squad this year. Dropping back to his preferred wing position, I thought he was very, very impressive there. He's always been good when he's coming to the NRL level on a wing. He does his yardage work, finishes tries for fun, and maybe that could be a sign that that could be his best position moving forward when he gets called upon in the NRL squad again. Well, next up, we're moving on to the Queensland Cup, where they moved into round 4, and let's go to all the action from the 4th round.
Coming line, full 4. Last second, legs, keep going. Front foot hold, go. All right, middle's good. Good over there. Right, let's keep going. Still forward. Still forward, pass good. Grounding 2. All good, mate. Coming in 6. Go. 12 metres. Still 5. Pass good. Play on. Grounding, all good, mate. 5 in the 6, mate. Go. Still 5. I'm behind now. Still up. Down. Balls down, lad. Good. 5 in the 6. Just watch it. Good. Go. Makes the line. Chase good. Runs to the line. Yeah, he's onside and grounded. Grounded as well. Middle. Get to the goal line, 16. Good now, 4. Keep going. Yes, mate. Pass good. No touch. Good, mate. Good, mate. Balls 4. Good mark is okay. 12 metres. They're all inside. Keep going. Yeah, he's a kicker. All good, mate. Good. 14, move! Back forward! Hold square! Go! 2. Down out. Come down. 3.
So the Brisbane Tigers rebounding after their disaster at Ipswich last week with a 22-12 verdict over a Norths Devils outfit that just seems to be struggling to find its mojo this season under Rowan Smith. They're just not having the same impact that they were this time last season. So that is something to keep an eye on throughout this year. They're not getting the same impact from some of their guys so far that they would have liked, and they'll be looking to continue that after the Easter break. Our 3-2-1 voting, though, 3 to Clay Webb, 2 to Kieran Mosley, and 1 to Zachariah Miles. Let's kick off with Clay Webb, shall we? He had 80 minutes on the edge, 16 runs, 162 metres, 3 tackle breaks and an offload, 31 tackles at a 100% tackle efficiency. A fair effort there from him. Next up, Jacob Sykes, having 56 minutes at prop, 11 runs, 117 metres for him. The former Manly man doing some really good things at the moment. 4 tackle breaks, 34 tackles. Just the 1 miss. And then Zachariah Miles, as we mentioned, a try, 2 line break assists, a try assist and a forced dropout, 15 runs, 163 metres, 4 tackle breaks and an offload to boot. A lot of these Brisbane Tigers guys will be looking for potential NRL gigs next season. Of course, the Perth Bears lining up strategically with the Brisbane Tigers in Queensland. Next up for the Devils, James Flack. Well, what more can I say about this bloke? He's been awesome over the last year and a half, I'd say. 54 minutes in the middle third, 12 runs, 105 metres, an offload, 44 post-contact metres, 27 tackles, just the 2 misses there for James Flack. Then for Kane Rushton, he had a double in this one, 14 runs, 120 metres, 2 line breaks, 2 tackle breaks. He cannot stop finding the try line in 2026, can Kane Rushton. Next up, Kieran Mosley. He had a try assist, a line break assist, a forced dropout as well. Even at his old age, Kieran Mosley is proving that age shall not worry them. He had 5 runs, 48 metres as well. A team high 34 tackles with just 3 misses. Well, next up, we are going to UAA Park on the Gold Coast, where Burleigh are looking to bounce back as their collapsing run has continued over the last couple of weeks. Let's see how they fare against the Pride. Oh. Well, yes, it's happened. Luke Burt's side has finished strong in a second half. Yep, I'm just as shocked as you are. Burleigh coming away with the chocolates, 24 points to 18, picking up just their second win on the season. Our 3-2-1 voting, 3 points for Guy Hamilton, 2 to Mason Teague, and 1 to the ever hard-working Jack Boyling there on the edge back row position. Looking ahead to our stats, guys, Guy Hamilton. A 3-point getter, absolutely electric with ball in hand. 3 try assists, 2 line break assists, 8 runs to 73 metres. I thought his kicking game in the red zone, very, very good to watch. However, defensively, as we mentioned last week, again, a little bit of a problem. 25 tackles, 6 misses, and 1 ineffective. Next up, Mason Teague. He had the full 80 minutes across the 9 position end at lock. 16 runs, 130 metres, 14 hit-ups there, 64 post-contact metres, a team high 52 tackles, missing just one of them. them and 1 ineffective. A strong showing there for the Cook Island International. Next up, Ryan Foran picked up a double in his 80 minutes on the edge. 12 runs, 107 metres, a line break, 5 tackle breaks, 23 tackles with just a 1 miss and 2 ineffective. Next up at the Northern Pride, we're going to go start with Jack Boyling in the middle. He picked up a try in his 80 minutes, a line break, 2 tackle breaks and an offload, 51 tackles, an absolutely humongous effort. He's a very, very good defender. 2 missed, 2 ineffective. I would like to see him get more involved in attack at the moment. There's very much a Nat Butcher-esque vibe about him where he either does a lot of work in defence, doesn't back it up in attack. A lot of work in attack, doesn't back it up in defence. He needs to sort of find that middle ground if he can. Then we go to Harrison Edwards in his 72 minutes at lock, 8 runs to 74 metres. Again, I'd like to see that around the 10 to 12 mark for that game time. A tackle break as well. A game high, 53 tackles. He only missed 3 of them. However, I thought it was a very strong performance from Harry Edwards in this clash. And then Samuel Cramp in at the centre position. An error-free performance from him. 12 runs, 126 metres, 53 post-contact metres, 7 tackle busts, 6 tackles with no misses and 2 ineffective. Well, next up, we're heading to the Sunshine Coast Stadium where the Falcons are looking to continue their strong start to the season as they host the Western Clydesdales.
Milking. Wait. Good. Keep going. 2. 2. Pass, clear. Good. Yeah, mate. Coming into 3, mate. All good, mate. Go. Go through line. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So good. He passes before the decoy. Passes before the decoy. Good. It's back. It's back. We're going to push through. Number 3. Come back to it. Move now. All the way. All the way. Great performance here. Looking. And rain. Be not there. 4. Still 4, mate. Still 4. Yeah. All coming into 5 are all good, man. Ball, no tackle. Coming in tackle 1, mate. Still clear. Head slam. Boys, I got it. You, Finn. Finn. You got 11 or 11? Head slam, 11. Too many penalties in a row. Hold in, mate. Hold 1. Hold. Go. 4. Good line. In. Keep going. Yeah, mate. Coming in the last. Just watch this. So 3, 1 marker. 3. Matney, 10. Yep, watching. Keep going. Keep going. In. Down. Coming into 4. All good. Mason! It's a dangerous tackle, but the issue is, though, he's had 4 within the space of a very short period. His foul play is 4. I warned him at the scrum, right? He hasn't cleaned up, so he's going to sit down. Still good. Yeah, no, yep, agree. Okay, Tom's on. Moving. Kick. Now, Harry.
So close, yet just missing out on victory for the first time in the Walker Ball era for the Western Clydesdales. They ran just short by 20 points to 18. Our 3-2-1 voting is dominated by Clydesdales. 3 points to Matty Parcell, 2 to Brock Parker from the Sunny Coast, and 1 to Chris Woodbridge. Let's look at some of the key performers, starting with Brock Parker. 56 minutes up front. My goodness, what a performance he put in this clash. 19 runs, 195 metres, 5 tackle breaks and an offload, 25 tackles with 1 missed and 2 ineffective. I thought it was a terrific performance from the former Eel. Next up, Kane Jackson having 15 runs, 158 metres, a line break assist and a try assist with 6 tackle breaks to boot, 13 tackles with 1 missed and 1 ineffective. Then we go to Zion Johnson, who picked up a try, 14 runs, 179 metres. He was the Queensland Cup Rookie of the Year last year. 2 line breaks, 4 tackle breaks, a line break assist and an offload, continuing from where he left off. just a year ago. For the Western Clydesdales, Matty Parcell is where I want to start. What a huge effort from him. A one-on-one strip, a try, 20 runs, 181 metres. I thought he was absolutely amazing in this game. 3 tackle breaks, 2 offloads and a line break assist. Backed it up indeed with 32 tackles and just a 1 miss. Next up, Oliver Bichel had 37 minutes off the bench, 9 runs for 75 metres, 4 tackle breaks, 4 offloads, 14 tackles with just 1 missed and 2 ineffective. Then we go over to Christopher Woodbridge at the fullback position once again. He had a try, 16 runs, 111 metres, 2 line breaks, 3 tackle breaks, 2 try assists and a line break assist, 4 offloads in a very impressive performance from a guy who's coming into his own in the Walker Ball era. The Western Clydesdales, that first win is coming. It is going to come, and it is going to be an absolutely amazing occasion for you guys. You've been waiting a long time between drinks for your victory. Your last one was all the way back in March last year. It's been nearly 12 months, but fingers crossed it can come around for you very soon because the efforts you've put in the last couple of weeks have been pretty damn good. Well, next up we're going to KO Stadium for the clash between the Redcliffe Dolphins and the Papua New Guinea Hunters. The Hunters picked up their first win last weekend over the Clydesdales, while the Dolphins have been ultra impressive to start this season.
8 on the mark. It's always over one. Okay, sweet. Go.
12 metres.
Line's good. Good! To the ball! I got him to heading it down. Pump your length. Go. Line's good. Shoot a good left.
Hold on.
I don't have enough. Put the arm out and get some very dangerous on the board. Lots in the middle here.
Shoulder. Leg up, David.
Head make contact with the ground. You're on the board. In the bin.
Good.
Go. No markers, no markers. Good now. That's good. I'm happy with touch one, mate. Yeah, Let's go, buddy. Down. 8 on the mark. 4.
Good. 4. Pass in. Out it.
No markers.
Okay, we've gone 10.
Still running. Yeah, I'm happy with contract, mate.
Fine.
Go early. Go 4. Line good, mate. Go up. Down, mate. I'm happy.
Season. And it was an emphatic performance, just like last year's final series that saw the Redcliffe Dolphins walk away with victory, and it was another ruthless display in this one. 33 points to 4. Our 3-2-1 voting saw 3 points for Tavita Nafahu, 2 points once again for Sam Elliott, and 1 point for Oren Keeley. Sam Elliott capping his milestone game. I'm pretty sure it was his 100th club Hostplus Cup game, capping it in absolute style. Let's go through his performance first of all, because he was outstanding. 68 minutes, 2 line breaks, a try assist. That back fence carry should be shown to every aspiring forward who has to take that first carry off a kickoff. He had 2 line breaks, a try assist, 12 runs, 162 metres, 7 tackle breaks and an offload, 23 tackles, 1 miss, 1 ineffective. Next up for Tavita Nafahu, he had a hat-trick in this game, 2 line breaks, 9 tackle breaks, 14 runs, 173 metres, a solid performance from Nafahu, who has settled down in Redcliffe, plying his trade over the last couple of seasons. Whether he stays at Redcliffe and continues to build or looks for an opportunity elsewhere, that will be the next decision he has to make. Next up, Oren Keeley, and my goodness, this bloke's too good for reserve grade. I'm just going to say it right now. He proved it in 2024. He's going to prove it again if he continues to play at this level, because my word, what a performance. 99 post-contact metres, 19 runs to 203 metres, 6 tackle breaks and offloads, 20 tackles for the future Storm man. My word. Well, I'm going to start this one by being a little bit negative, and I don't like to do it too often. My main critique around this PNG side has been the forward pack and been the lack of go forward. But defensively, the last couple of weeks, a particular player stood out negatively, and that's Wynnum Taului. He had 80 minutes on the edge, 7 runs to 57 metres, a tackle break. He also had 34 made tackles. He missed 6 of them, and they've gone through his side a lot. Even the Western Clydesdales had some success down that edge over the last couple of weeks, and that's something Paul Adon needs to look at, and something that needs to be tidied up over the Easter break. Meanwhile, Zebedee Kip continues to impress in the middle third. He had 57 minutes starting at prop. He had 10 runs to 92 metres, 41 post-contact metres, an offload, and 26 tackles. Very impressive performance from him. And then Bruce Bawase picking up a try, 14 runs, 147 metres, 5 tackle breaks, a line break, 17 tackles, 3 missed, one of the few hunters that tried all match long. Well, Sunday slate kicked off at Davies Park in Brisbane, where South Logan played the Ipswich Jets in a finish you have to see to believe.
Where Moses? Don't try, go to the line. Right.
Green take. Walsh, yep. Keep going.
Down.
Grounded. All good, mate.
Wait! Go 2.
Touch.
And the 3.
Good, mate.
Go 2. Get
Good.
2. Outside. 2. Kick.
Right, good.
Clear run.
Touchdown. All good, mate.
Go 2. Not there, Preston.
Yeah, good.
2. 10 metres now. Play on. Defensive. 2. Play on. Keep going. No. I'm in line. Play on. Yeah.
All good, mate.
Into 3. 4. Out of line. Kick.
Chase,
Play
good.
on. He grounds the ball.
Grounding?
Yeah, I got the grounding. He stays in?
Yeah.
Go 2. They realign. Play on. 2.
Yeah, made it.
Thank you. 2. Play on. 2. Play on. Down. 4. 2. Keep going. Keep going. Go to 1. Yep. Play on. Down. Into 1. Go. Outside. Backwards. Down. All good. Go! No tackles. Down.
Good, mate.
All good.
Still got it.
Oh! Almost let it go! Preston! You've got the penalty! The whistle had gone, then you go at him, which brought everyone in. You're going. Oh no, you're on report, you're in the bin, dangerous tackle. Let's go, Preston. Not late! That's good. Field of play. Caught. Yeah. I got it. Play! Go to the ball. Kick. Go on, 10! Get it, Ricky! That's grounded. That is grounded.
So a performance there for the Ipswich Jets. The less we talk about the end of passage to seal the game for the Jets, the better. I do not know why teams, when they are up inside the final few minutes, still go for a short dropout. Like, that is up there for one of the boneheaded ways to lose a game of football. That's nearly up there for the Jermaine Sarko short dropout back in 2022 that got the Tweed Seagulls eliminated from the Hostplus Cup. Let us know down below if you want us to try and get the vision of that next week, because that was ridiculous from Tom Duffy there, and it spoiled a pretty good game from him too. We'll talk about his stats in a moment. The 3-2-1 voting, 3 for Tony Francis, 2 for Rory Ferguson, and 1 for Blake Lanahan. Kicking off stats deep dive wise, Rory Ferguson playing the full 80 minutes in the middle, 4 tackle busts, 2 offloads, 18 runs, 149 metres. He also had 31 tackles with 1 miss, 2 ineffective. Next up, Brad Pedersen-Rabadi. He had 53 minutes in the middle third, 14 runs for 155 metres. There's 75 post-contact metres, 5 tackle breaks, 18 tackles, no missed, 1 ineffective. And then we'll go over to Tom Duffy next. He had 5 of 5 with the boot. He had 2 try assists, 8 runs for 66 metres, a forced dropout, 18 tackles with 1 miss and 1 ineffective. For the Ipswich Jets, the win comes at a bit of a cost, with Tuki Simpkins being out with an MCL injury sustained in the opening 15 minutes. We'll talk Josh Paxton next, because he's out for the next 2 weeks after being suspended for that nasty dangerous throw. He was lucky not to get sent off, to be honest. He had 74 minutes. He did have a very good game, though. 14 runs, 111 metres. That offload he threw for the De Groot try was really classy stuff. He had 2 of them in this one, a line break assist, 23 tackles. He did miss free vote. Next up, Blake Lanahan. He had 60 minutes in this game. Of course, the high work rate due to Tukey being injured. 14 runs, 132 metres, an intercept and an offload. My goodness, he's a bit of a mobile bugger. He had 32 tackles, 2 missed, 2 ineffective. And then Tony Francis was our man of the match. Another solid performance out wide. He had 16 runs, 219 metres, 2 try assists, a line break, and 3 offloads. But our feature match this week took us to the Jack Manske Oval in Townsville for the clash between the Blackhawks and Seagulls.
Jack Mitchell, got tackles. Down. Come into one. Oh, go one and beyond. Mark is good. Outside, there's a shoulder. 3. Position early, knock on. Play on! Down. Lucky Jack! Push the line. Play on! Yeah. Ground it. Off Tweed, then grounded. Is that correct, Taylor? Yeah. Chase is good. Down. 3 and 4. Who's got that? Outside, through. Outside. Play on! Backwards. Play on! Play on! Still 3. Kick. Down. Coming to 4. Go 2. Down. Support player. He's a support player.
Terry Campese described this one as a confidence-boosting win for his side, and by God, they delivered. A 34-6 verdict in this one sees the Blackhawks off the mark for the first time in 2026 against the Tweed side that was really disappointing in the humid conditions. Our 3-2-1 voting, 3 for Viliami Vailea, 2 to Jack Campagnolo, and 1 to Lennox Tovo. Let's start with the man in the middle, the Cowboys contracted man, Viliami Vailea. He was very strong in his second game back. 14 runs, 192 metres. I thought a line break, 8 tackle breaks. That solo effort, I think it was Toya's first, when he just got on the outside of his man, did all the lead-up work. Absolutely outstanding. You might as well chuck him the try assist right there. And then, also defensively very solid as well. Lennox Tovo up next. He had 19 runs, 168 metres, 10 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 59 post-contact metres. A terrific performance at the back from Tovo, who's rebounding nicely after missing a majority of last season due to a workplace accident. And then Jack Campagnolo up next with 3 try assists, a line break assist, a forced dropout, 16 runs for 91 metres, chuck in 2 tackle breaks, 12 tackles, no misses for the Italian international. Moving on next to the Tweed Seagulls, Jensen Tamwapea is up next now, and he had 13 runs, 140 metres, 75 post-contact metres, 5 tackle breaks, a very sound start to the year for the journeyman in this one, who has bounced around a couple of different clubs at the moment, but I thought he had a really solid performance in this match. Next up, Adam Christensen, playing in 80 minutes on the edge. He had 9 runs to 96 metres, 4 tackle breaks at offload, 31 tackles with 2 missed, 1 ineffective. We came into this week not too sure around at Armour Hall, but I think his performance on the weekend has seen that right edge spot pretty much his until performances speak otherwise. And then the Queensland Under-19s man, Bodie Sharpley, I thought he's had a really good start to the year. He impressed for Queensland in the Under-19s origin last year. Of course, he's playing in the Titans NRLQ squad this year. 34 minutes off the bench, 5 runs for 36 metres, 31 tackles in the middle third, none missed and 2 ineffective. Well, our final match of the round took us to BMD Cougaroy Oval for the clash between Wynnum Manly and Mackay.
Good! The ball! Backwards, pound, still last. Up. Setting. I'm happy that's a contest. Keep going. Right. Good, mate. Coming in 4. Good. Sean! Kick. Good! Touch. Backwards. Play on! Play on. One coming. Yeah, mate. And we're beyond. Get close to this ruck, Jordy. Yeah, mate. Coming into one here. Yep. And down. Try. Coming to one. Go. Yeah, mate. Happy, mate. Go 3. Good on 3. Outside. Outside. 3. Down. Right. Happy. Good, mate. Good, mate. 4. Coming to 4. Go. Kicker. 11's Walsh. Kick. 15 middle. Good. Offload. Downing. Happy. We all good? Good. Yeah, all good. Yeah, mate. Going outside. Outside. 2. That's fine. Still 2. What's coming inside here? 2. Good. Behind that. 2. In. Always in, mate. Yep. Go 3. No disadvantage, Riley. 3. That's at the line. 3. Yeah. You go. And down. Try. Happy? Yep. Oh. There you go. Good. Corner. Down. Happy, mate. Happy, mate. 3. Half good. Down. Coming to 4. Good, mate. Good, mate. 1. Up. Down. Coming to 2. Good, mate.
And boy, oh boy, what a game it was to end the round. Topsy-turvy sort of stuff. We had Mackay start off really well. They got out to a nice lead, but then Wynnum's got 3 tries in the shadows of half-time. And then, boy, oh boy, didn't Mackay come back strong in the second half to force a 26-all draw. Our 3-2-1 voting, 3 for Liam Sutton, 2 for Ethan Quay-Ward, and 1 for Mitchell Press. Let's start off with Ethan Quay-Ward. He had 20 runs for 226 metres, a line break, 2 try assists, 6 tackle breaks, 2 offloads. I thought he had 8 tackles, 2 missed, 3 ineffective. A very, very solid performance there from him. And then Jaden Hunt in the middle of the third of the field. He actually started on the edge and was more involved than last week. That was our big critique, remember. He had 8 runs to 69 metres, 4 tackle breaks, a try assist, a couple offloads to boot, 29 tackles, 1 miss, 2 ineffective. A pretty solid day for Mr. Hunt. Next up, Antonio Verhoeven. Now, good news for Antonio this week. He picked up a new deal with the Broncos, which will see him move into the top 30. He had 12 tackle breaks in this one, a try, a couple of line breaks, 10 runs for 92 metres, and was pretty solid in D as well. For the for the Cutters, who have the Cowboys affiliation, I want to start off with Liam Sutton. He picked up a try in this one, 13 runs, 133 metres, a line break, 6 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 19 tackles with 2 missed, 1 ineffective. I think his future is more as a centre now. Like, he's got a great running game, can brush the tackle, defending really well. I think that might be the long-term play. I get a lot of Adam Kieran vibes around this bloke at the moment. Next up, Mitchell Press. He had a try in his 42-minute spell, 16 runs, 137 metres, a line break, 2 offloads and 3 tackle breaks, 19 tackles with 3 misses. Next up, Ryan Ribbett. He kicked a 20-40. Yes, they can kick him around the NRL and around the Australasian comps. He had a 20-40, an intercept try, over 120 running metres, a line break and a try assist. He also had 7 tackles with 2 missed and 1 ineffective. Well, that concludes round 4. Let's take a look at the way the ladder stands. Our top 8 looks like this, with Mackay, Ipswich, Redcliffe, Burleigh, the Pride, Sunshine Coast, Brisbane and South Logan all in there. The bottom half of the 8 looks like this, with the Capras, Devils, Wynnum, Manly, Tweed, PNG, Townsville and the Western Clydesdales yet to taste victory so far this season. Our 3-2-1 voting, as we look at the moment, through 4 rounds, see Sam Elliott lead on his own with 8 points, then 3 players tied on 6 with Sam Costa, Tom Duffy and Liam Sutton. Matt Parcell with his 3 points in a losing outfit, more than enough to see him move inside the top 5. Our team of the week for round 4 looks like this. Lennox Tovo gets the nod at fullback, Tavita Nafahu and Tony Francis on the wings. The centres are Kay Jackson and Ethan K. Ward. The halves of Liam Sutton and Jack Campagnolo. The forwards, Brock Parker and Mitchell Prest up front. Matt Parcell, the hooker. Ryan Foran and Oren Keeley are the edge-back rowers, with Sam Elliott, our player of the round at lock. The bench of Viliami Vailea, Mason Teague, Clay Webb and Rory Ferguson. Our player of the round this week was Sam Elliott. In his milestone match, the 100th gamer, Elliott was clearly the player of the round this week. 2 line breaks, a try assist in 68 minutes, 7 tackle breaks, 12 runs, 162 metres and an offload. He also was very, very solid in defence as well. Congratulations, our player of the round, Sam Elliott. And that's our program for this week. A reminder that the QRL is on hiatus this week due to the Easter break. Of course, make sure you stay safe with your loved ones over the long weekend. On behalf of the entire League Scene team, I'm AJ Luke Antonio, and we'll catch you next week.